Hello, and welcome to this year's State of the School Address for the 2025-26 school year for St. Francis Cabrini School. My name is Deb Dewar, and I'm the principal. We like to start with our mission statement because it really does drive everything that we do. We are a Catholic school, and everything we do revolves around trying to help our children become better Catholics in everything that they do. Our academics are strong, our community is diverse, and most of all, our children, we want them to become respectful, responsible people who are close to God. We love Cabrini because it is a family, not just a school. Our kids grow up with so many brothers and sisters that they spend years with and absolutely adore. We strive for excellence on a lot of different levels. Our day starts with prayer every day. We're in the church. We start with either Mass or the Angelus or the Rosary. We've started singing Vespers on Monday morning. It's actually really great. It's a wonderful way to start your day. We jump into academics, and it's dynamic and it's wonderful and it's hands-on, and we want to promote that love of learning that will really stick with our kids for years to come. And our education and virtue program is crucial in those conversations that we have with kids about their behavior so that they can grow up understanding what it means to be a good person and all of the different facets of what a good person is, and understanding that that's a decision you make all day, every day. St. Francis Cabrini provides a personal learning environment. The staff really work to meet each student at their level and give them the education that they need to their individual needs so that it's accessible really deeply by everybody, and make sure that they understand that everyone is sons and daughters of God, and they need to recognize that within themselves. As we grow together and the school advances, we have our accreditation goals and our strategic action plan goals. And this year's goals are in 4 categories. Our mission and Catholic identity category, this year we really wanted to work on increasing our altar server trainings. We've been working with Father Dean, who is very good at teaching the kids not just how to be on the altar, but why we do the things that we do so that they really understand the meaning and can get something out of it. We've also been working with the vocation committee in the parish for discernment opportunities for our kids, and hopefully that program will build through this spring and into next year. Our academics are something we take very seriously. This past summer, we've purchased new science textbooks, really focusing on the hands-on aspect of them and the foundational building of them so that our kids can grow to be really strong in understanding the world around them. And next year, we're looking at history and religion, and we'll see how that goes. This year, we've also partnered with ARC, which is an organization that helps teachers understand the needs of diverse learners, particularly dyscalculia, dysgraphia, trying to help understand what it looks like before it's diagnosed so the teachers can hopefully recognize that and make some suggestions, and then how to work with kids who have some learning disabilities and can get going and get mainstreamed and get the attention and the individual opportunities that they need. In governance and leadership, Our goal is to bring our teachers up to 90% of the pay rate of public school teachers. When I started here a year and a half ago, our teachers were at 76%. All the other Catholic schools in Pierce County are at 90. And so we're trying to hold on to the really good teachers that we have and make sure that they feel well compensated enough that they know that we care about them and that we want them to continue here with us. So we've tried raising that 3.5% each year as enrollment allows. So one of our goals. And then under operational vitality, we've done some basic things. We've installed new fire exit lights throughout the school. The teachers got new smart boards last summer, and that allowed the smart boards that were not so bad yet to go into the specialist classrooms so that everybody has the background and the support that they need to really bring the lessons that they're teaching to life so that all of our kids can get as much out of that as possible. We've started a technology class this year so that our kids can get some basic education in how to use a computer because we are in the computer age and our kids need to be familiar with how to use them to their advantage. And then working on a 3-year budget plan, updating that as we go so that we can make sure that we're not surprised by anything. One of the really important things in bringing our children through these grades is to help them understand that we do not live in a bubble, that we are members of a community. And it's important to be able to give back to your community so that you can show the people around you the respect that they're due because everyone is God's children. We need to be able to nurture that giving side of kids and help them see and understand that there are different people out there in the world. This is a list of all of the projects that our kids have helped work on this year, and I'm really proud of them. They do a great job in making sure that they are doing what they can for their community. And now we're on to standardized test scores. Our scores have gone up in the last few years, a little bit each time, and I am so impressed with the progress. These are the scores where they stand right now. 3 of the 4 of them are up since last year, which is awesome. I also get to compare our scores to Clover Park School District. And these are scores from their tests last spring. The problem with comparing fall and winter scores is that kids' scores go higher and higher during the school year, and then you get the summer slump and they start over again. And so we're comparing our low scores with their high scores, but we're still doing better, so it makes me happy. The grants that we've received in the last year, we had a $10,000 grant to replace our security system, our cameras. I can now see all 8 cameras on the school campus from my phone, no matter where I am, which is fantastic. We added a shade area to our playground, and that makes us compliant with the early learning requirements, which is wonderful. That was all installed over Christmas break, so that's fantastic. Thank you to the Shell Foundation. And from Fulcrum, we got almost $45,000 to put towards the new science textbook series that we were talking about earlier. And the kids just absolutely love it. We have received a grant this year for just over $25,000 for capital improvements. And with these funds, we're going to replace the carpeting that didn't get replaced when we first did the carpet replacement. We started with all of the classrooms and the hallway because that's where the children are. And these are going to take care of all of the additional areas that didn't get taken care of. So outside of the front and the back door, in the front office and the back office area here, and in the pre-K classrooms. Those will all be redone this coming summer. And now we get to talk about money. Our income last year, as you can see, we're almost a $2 million budget, and over half of those are tuition. It takes almost twice the amount of tuition to make our school run successfully, which is why we work so hard in fundraising, and we appreciate all of your efforts to help us fundraise. It's great when we can have income from other people through walkathon donations or procurement donations or guests at our auction to help us fundraise so that it doesn't all land on the backs of our parents. Trying to take care of you. Almost a quarter of our money comes from parish subsidy and grant, well, 15% from parish subsidy and grants and donations that we get, but fundraising is almost a full quarter. So we work Mrs. Vlad hard, and she really, really makes a difference in our world. Here are the numbers for this past year's fundraising. The auction was great. The annual giving campaign was amazing. We got $61,000 from the endowment. We got money from Walkathon. All kinds of people came together to make things happen. And then the grants that we received, a lot of this is for tuition assistance, but we are increasing the amount of money we're bringing in from other sources to help our kids make sure that they get that really important Catholic education. And our expenses, as you can see, personnel, the little box with my head in it is covering that 79.6%. 80% of our expenses is just personnel. We really try and keep every other expense down so that we can have quality people paired with your quality children. And this is a breakdown of all of the rest of the things that it takes to bring bring all of these programs to your kids. So the actual cost to educate children has always been higher than the tuition that we charge, and you could see that if tuition had to cover all of it and not just, what was it, 68% of it, that would be a much bigger bill. And we do everything that we can to make sure that we can get as much money as we can from the outside to help us, help you, help your children get this great experience. Our cost to educate this year is higher than it was last year because we have fewer kids, plus inflation is hitting everybody. But because of our fundraising efforts, and that's almost all Mrs. Vlad, and our parent club have worked hard, and our hardworking volunteers, everybody's doing what we can to bring the costs down for our families. Our cost per pupil is going up, but with no fundraising, it would be so much more. So we're really grateful for the efforts that are going into making sure we can charge as little as possible.